Greetings all, Vanna here for Taurus's weekly message. Okay, we have, oh, hello. And so we have a repeat offender today. We have Silence and Snow coming out again, as well as Movement and Speed. I feel the same energy that Aries had with Silence and Snow, and that my fellow Tauruses out there lean very heavily into escapism when the world gets too chaotic and too much for us to handle. We drown out a lot of the noise that bounces off in our head with outside media like music, YouTube, and TV shows. And silence can be very uncomfortable because painful thoughts like guilt, shame, fear, and trauma, anxieties start coming to the surface, and we aren't really taught how to deal with those things. Just take a medication and go watch NCIS or something. That has not worked for me, and so sharing this with you is very important to me because it is a huge part of what Soulshine is helping people embrace their lives. So what I want to share with you right now, my fellow Taurians, is the comfort that the silence, as eerie as it is, will bring you peace. Because in that silence, those painful memories come up. The trauma, the guilt, and the shame, the things that we have done wrong, the things that make us feel like we are not good enough and are constantly trying to escape from. They come to the surface because they are ready to be acknowledged and released. Do not keep pushing them back down. Do not keep running away from the very painful, the uncomfortable, and the uneasy. Because I know how jarring it is, how nasty it is to feel. But it is there for a reason. And it very much is in line with the Movement and Speed card. Your blessings and the things that you are wanting are coming and a lot faster than it may seem in the physical because it hasn't actualized yet. But what it is waiting for is something to be acknowledged and released from this silence. So there has to be a void in your space, because right now the trauma and the anxieties, the fears, the guilt, and the shames, the low vibrational energies that you cling to as identity, as who you are, they take up spaces where these blessings of love, light, abundance, and success should be. So for them to come out, they have to come through all 7 chakras. How you feel about how safe you are, relating to how you feel about yourself, relating to how you view yourself, relating to how you feel love and how you speak for yourself, how you look at the world and how you connect to the world. All of those things get blocked up with the daily garbage that we take on from being humans, and they must be worked through and released so that these blessings have a space to come in. You have to understand that you are a vessel. This is a fleshy meat sack that your soul rides around in. You are not this. You are something so much more. But you have to keep this clean, because you know how annoying it is to get into a dirty car. You can't get comfortable and the ride feels like it takes forever, and you're very irritable because you're surrounded by all this muck, grime, nastiness. And that is exactly what your energy feels like. So the cleanup that is needed is for your greatest and highest good, is for everything that you have been asking for. Yep, manifest. You are trying to manifest right now, but it can't come in. And the easiest way to explain manifestation is you want a cake. You pray for a cake, and Spirit delivers the butter, the sugar, the milk, and the eggs. You still have to do the work to make it a cake. Spirit simply provides the directions and the ingredients. You have to have the follow through. You have to have the energy to do it, because Spirit cannot just give you the products. You have to pivot your ideas and thinkings about this, because there has to be more action on your part. There has to be more action on the part of the one that is wanting these things to happen. Thank you. Yes, pay attention. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs you're being given, both the subtle ones and the ones that cannot be missed. These signs will help you see how to best move forward in order to live your best life. And if you want that fresh start, you have to start paying attention to how Spirit is speaking to you. Yeah, because you're in a stage of darkness right now, but it is always darkest just before the dawn, my love. And so, right now, there has to be attention and movement in not just the energy coming out of you, but what you are pulling in and how you are pulling it in. And I understand it's very difficult to create these dreams, but it is possible nevertheless. You have a pair of scissors and a bee coming out for you in the charms. I really feel like crafting and cutting away the things that are no longer there is very beneficial and helpful to you, not just as a therapy and a creative hobby, but it's something that could help be lucrative for you. It'll bring in this abundance. Bees could be messengers for you from Spirit. I know the other day I went outside, and as soon as I started saying my travel prayer that I always do whenever I go anywhere just to be safe, a bee whipped around my head as soon as I started talking to Spirit. So they might be messengers for you. You have a camera coming out for you. This makes me think of trips, photography, really capturing the beautiful moments of life. You have one of the wooden beads, which often makes me think of connecting with nature, crafting in some way, and expressing yourself through different means. I'm really, literally seeing it like a bead hair and in there. And that is so beautiful. You have peace, and what more can we ask for in this world but peace? Because there is a lot of chaos. You have the dark sunflower, which always reminds me that you can grow and thrive in conditions that are detrimental to other people. You are an individual. You follow your own light, so you do not have to agree or even understand how other people live their lives. Just accept that it is out of your control what other people do, and understand you have to do what you have to do to be happy, because at the end of the day, that is what matters most. Something beautiful will grow from something that may have been passed over by someone else or ignored entirely. Something that was neglected and misdirected away from attention is going to thrive under your care. And it might just even be you. It might just literally be you finally giving yourself the infinite amount of love that you deserve. And of course, that can mean love from other people. But the first things first, Taurus, is the loving yourself and filling yourself up first. Because when the sense of love and affection comes from someone else, it makes it conditional. It means that there's a finite reservoir of what you can tap into. However, when you tap into the infinite and the abundance of self-love, it is not an issue if you have someone beside you, because you provide yourself with everything that you need. And the people that are there because they genuinely want to be, and they light up your life. And they make it so much more beautiful and powerful than it already was. And it's not that your love, success, and happiness is dependent on someone else, but it is amplified by them because you have done the work yourself. And I very much hope that you and I both will, because I know that I have work that I need to do. I have followed through that I need to do. And that is another reason why I love this connection with you, my fellow Taurians, is that we are supportive of each other. I am so very proud of you and everything that you have done. Have a beautiful day, my love.